Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and thanks to the latest balance patch, Undead Priest back once again. Undead Priest got 3 buffs in the balance patch. Haunting Nightmare is now a 4-3, and meaning that it summons is also a 4-3. Note that the soldier is not an undead, so that affects many things because there are a lot of undead synergies. Also, Bonecaller got 1 additional health, and High Cultist Basalev is now 1 mana cheaper. So Undead Priest got a bunch of buffs. How did it affect the deck? Is the deck now better? How much better? Well, the deck is now a little bit better. It's still not great, but it's playable. And also Scourge Rager has been displaced. Haunting Nightmare is now stronger than Scourge Rager, so the deck is currently using this trio of minions. Shadow Spirit, still by far the best minion, Brittle Skin Zombie, actually the weakest minion of the current deck, and Haunting Nightmare, which is somewhere in between. The idea of the deck is that you use these powerful 3-cost undeads that you can then resurrect with your Animate Dead, you can resurrect them with your Bonecaller, you can resurrect them with Amulet of Undying, and especially if you get a lot of Shadow Spirits going, then you will be able to use Cyril the Devout to get the Shadow Spirit death rattle multiplied because you have been resurrecting them. You have Undying allies that can give all of them reborn, and that's just the way the deck rolls. In my version of the deck, I'm using Nayak Hexen as the 30th card. The 30th card has been a little difficult for the deck. Typically people use Shadowword Devourer in that slot. Shadowword Devourer got a little bit better now that there's more Imp Warlocks around, and that can sometimes counter Imp Warlock quite nicely. But overall Shadowword Devourer is still a little bit disappointing, so I'm using Nayak Hexen. If there's something big on the way, or just a big threat, I can just grab that on my side, and well, you will see in the gameplay footage as well. As for the mulligans with this deck, by far the best card that you can get in the mulligan is Shadowed Spirit. Shadowed Spirit is just incredibly strong. Haunting Nightmare is another one that's pretty good. So the Brittle Skin Zombie is more like a backup. You don't want to keep that in your mulligan. You want to go for Spirit or Nightmare if you have one or the other. And if you're up against something aggressive, something that floods the board, some tokens, Shadowcloth Needle. Because Shadowcloth Needle gives you that AoE ability, so that in the early game you can just keep the board clear of opponent's tokens and then start to roll on with your own undead. And this is what Undead Priest looks like in action. Alright, let's go. We'll keep the spirit and see what we can build around that. What kind of mage? Big spell, aggro, big spell mage. Okay. I can open with the needle. Theoretically, a shadow spell would kill this, but I don't have an appropriate shadow spell in hand right now. I may even have to hero power that one down. That is unfortunate. Coining the spirit, and the spirit will die. How much do I care? I think coining the spirit is still the way here. I will kill the spirit with the pelican, most likely. Then I can resurrect the spirit and kill the Farwatch post.
That's right. Feel
I can also kill the Mailbox Dancer. I think this is slightly better, after all.
no waves can sink this ship.
And we're going for the Cathedral here. Buff up the spirit. Should have killed that first. Oh well. It's okay. Spirit goes to the dome. Obviously they will be able to kill the spirit, but still gonna take them a bit of effort.
No waves can sink this ship.
I have to spend the coin to kill this. Ooh, Daring. Very daring. Quite a surprise, I have to say.
Welcome to the
And the Bone Caller and hit face again. Alright. There's another spirit in the Bone Caller as well. I'm just trying to do a lot of spirits in this game.
I bring the muscle and the magic.
Right? That's totally fine. I could take that. Take that and hit some face. I kind of like that, to be honest. I mean, they will get it back, of course. You will be able to get it back. But has the harm already been done at that point?
I've got plenty of mojo to go around.
Echoes in the darkness. Echoes in the darkness.
Like this, and might kill a minion here. Maybe that's fine. Okay, that's intriguing. Might actually be fine just to trade that for now. Get a Bone Caller out there, because it has more spirits inside.
Welcome to the cloud.
Use spirit to kill one of those. Use hero power to kill that. Might weaken the sorceress, just in case. More reverberations in the void. So that's another Arcane Defenders, is it not? Okay. Open with the tribe. Get an animate dead. I'm going to animate a little. And then we're going to needle another tribe. Trade a little bit, go face a little bit. I may have been a lethal here. I didn't bother thinking about one, because I think the game is over, no matter what happens.
I bring the muscle and the magic.
The game is just over. They're dead. Boom. Ah. Let's see. That's a lot of undying allies, but no allies. Maybe I should have kept the Haunting Nightmare. That is always an option. On the other hand, if it's still like an imp block, then I kind of would want to look for the needle. I could coin a hero power to kill the flame imp. But I kind of don't want to. Instead, this turn I will coin Undying allies with the Haunting Nightmare. Alright, we have a Reborn Haunting Nightmare. So some 4-3 soldiers are hopefully about to show up. One less Haunting Nightmare haunts Cyrella. There's some horrible dis-synergy between Haunting Nightmare and the most expensive cards. Okay. They might have the location next. So I may have to try to fight for the board. I don't have the needle. That's the problem. In this specific matchup, Shadow Cult Needle is the best card. But Nightmare might still get the job done. It's not impossible. Location coming. Kripparrian, okay. Ooh, draw 5 cards for 2 mana. That's pretty 6 cards. That's a pretty strong card. Nice mix. You're not going to trade. I mean, that's for sure. And I need my needle. I have to look for the needle. Well, this got haunted too. That was actually good. But what about the needle? Nope, no needle inside. I'm expecting the +2/+2 buff next turn. I will have the Shadow Word Undeath to answer. I get to Gehveli. Fine, thanks. How's the patch feeling? It's okay, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't change the fundamentals. That Grimoire was a bit of a surprise, I have to say. They still have the Rarran coming as well at some point, which is going to be a huge problem for me. I'll have to clear this board, but if they can answer that with Rarran, then I just don't see how I can succeed through that. Rarran is... it's 50-50 whether it's in hand, they're halfway through the deck. So no Rarran is an upside. And I do have the needle. Well, with that commitment I have to commit to the needle now. Alright, so needle. And then I need a cheap spell. Most spells in my deck are cheap, luckily. I haven't had an undead die. I could take another tribe. That's very mana effective. It is, isn't it? And that one for an animated. I think so, yeah. I'm just going to animate. So we clear the board and we get another Haunting Nightmare out there. They can top deck the Rarran at any time. They're playing the Curse version. I didn't see that. But it's fine. How many curses can I expect? How quickly? I think I want the Taunt minion. So they have the AoE spell, of course. We'll still try with these. I mean, there's a Death Rattle, there's a Reborn effect. Can it haunt the Abyssal Curse? That would be actually quite awkward. Haunting the Abyssal Curse would be quite awkward indeed. It's too bad that the Haunted Soldiers are not undead, so they don't synergize with the Shadow Word Undeath. The curse, okay. Can they just get so many curses going that I would die? Serious consideration. I need to play the curses away from my hand now. At 15, they're at 5. If this one dies through any means, then that enables Shadowed Undead plus Hero Power to deal 6 damage. I haven't had a chance to have Shadowed Spirits, so Zyrella doesn't deal any immediate damage. I could have the legendary that heals them from the curses. That could happen. That's also healing. So then they can get curses out there in AoE. They can do that. So 5 plus 6 damage would kill me. Now it will not. Plus I have lethal too. But I had also like Void Shard, play Shadow Spirit, play away the curse. But then they would need to give me 3 curses to kill me. Which would be sort of difficult already. But it also worked out like that. I think we're trying to do spirits. Let's try spirits. Alright, chilling a little bit at the start. It's actually an aggro deck. I didn't expect that. I truly didn't expect that. Alright, well we need to kill the Trog then. We need to do Undying Ally Shadows. It's the aggro Demon Hunter. Alright. That was unexpected, and then I should have kept the spirits, the needle, I guess, but couldn't mulligan perfectly for this one. Let's try to get some reverberations out there. Oh dear. Ouch. And ouch. I could try to raise them. But this is too scary against 2 Slither Spears. I guess it's not too scary when I have the double Void Shard in hand. Let's see about this race. Next turn is Needle and Void Shard. And turn after that is Void Shard and Hero Power, I guess. So that means we're dealing 12 damage plus 6 from here. So that's going to be lethal damage over the next 2 turns. They will have to kill me in the next 2 turns. Well, 5 plus 15 damage. Not enough. Not quite enough. But I just need to not die. That's enough for me. Not dying is going to be enough for me.
Echoes in the darkness. Echoes in the darkness.
I can trade there too. Because all I need to do is not die. They're already dead from what I have here. Unless they can deal that 22 damage. And with 1 Slither Spear it's less likely than it is with 2. Although I guess there might not have been a way to do it even with 2 of them. Yep, very, very dead. Boom. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.